So I'm a remote videographer, which means I don't record people in person. I record them over the internet, kind of like a Zoom call. But my actual target audience is other videographers, other video companies, and also video editors. Because as a remote videographer, I've come up with a pretty effective business model that a lot of videography companies could use, especially as a downsell. So say you're a videography company with a couple of employees, and you usually use your, nice expensive cameras on whatever shoot you go on. At some point, you're going to come across clients that want your services, but when they realize how much it actually costs to have an expensive camera come out and labor, all this different stuff, and how much it adds up, they're going to say, okay, maybe not. The great thing about having remote videography as a downsell is that you can offer a remote videography package for significantly lower. You don't have to go out there. You don't have to set up. It takes a whole lot less time. And honestly, pretty much every time I record somebody for like a 30-minute session, I can at least make like 3 or 4 videos that are like 4 to 5 minutes long, and definitely a bunch of shorts, because it's really, really easy to get people like feeling comfortable when they're recording essentially like a Zoom call, so recording remotely. And I say this because at the end of the day, we all know that people just care about the video, like the deliverable. And honestly, the only reason that they care about the deliverable is because they'll get them clients most likely. And so you already have people who are interested in videography. They know it's important. They want it for their business, but they're not necessarily at the point where they can justify like the price of actual videography. As a videographer, you already have those skills that you're going to need to be effective in like a remote recording interview, like letting people talk, but also knowing how to direct at the right time and get the type of answer you're looking for. But at the same time, because you have to spend so much time on like setup and like getting the right angle and like everything goes into a videography like recording, which is a lot. Because you could have just like essentially just 30 straight minutes, like where you're just recording them, like you kind of realize, oh, okay, the pressure is less because we have like a whole lot more time for you to get the point across, and I can just always like edit it afterwards. Especially because, a lot of content online right now, the jump cut is normalized. So it's not really a big deal that you don't have a lot of like imagery explaining what the person is doing all the time. A whole lot of content on YouTube now is just the person going to the camera. And then when you realize that same recording platform, Videographer.m that you use for like recording the videos, you use it as an editor. A whole lot of videographers really don't like the editing process that much. And Riverside has a feature where it does like a magic clip, like first draft for you. It's like a rough draft. It's really a lot. If you know how to edit, then it's going to be really, really easy for you to edit on Riverside. And the only problem is that if you don't know how to work Premiere Pro as well, it's not going to be a guaranteed top product every time. I mean, mainly in terms of the captions and like tweaking that. Everything else, I guess, will be fine. And also, that being said, I've worked with a lot of AI editors and different AI programs within video editing, but I've never really seen something quite like what Riverside is doing, and it keeps on getting better. And so just in terms of being able to price your product as affordable, but also do high volume content, if you want to do that strategy as a videographer, because people don't want to pay a whole lot for just one video anymore, like that, I really do think this is the best like route forward. And that is why the whole thing that I sell is a product that has a handful of resources that essentially forms that you can send to the client beforehand, so that you know what type of camera they're using, what type of equipment they're using, what type of background that they have. Pricing calculators that help you understand the value of each video in terms of the value of an average customer for the business that you're working on, but also in terms of making sure to think of it in a long term like point of view, because once you can make business videos that are like 4 to 6, 7 minutes for business owners, you can make shorts that lead back to like YouTube videos that are like, I don't know, 5, 6 minutes, and that's going to allow the business that you're like making videos for to easily educate and make people understand their product. Because yes, it is like the world of short form right now. That is how you get people's attention. Once you get that attention, you want to have people for an extended period of time. There might even be businesses that it'd be even more appropriate to have like 10-minute, 20-minute videos. And from there, because people feel very like they feel very certain about you, they feel like they've spent more time with you, they feel like they understand your business and like your product more, and they know that you can solve a problem for them. That is the part of the marketing process and client acquisition process that I essentially sell when I'm talking to business clients about why like my remote videography service works for them. And so everything in the product is a resource that just comes from processes I've just made over the years. And I talk about that same product in every video I make on YouTube because I really do think remote videography is the way of the future.